I really enjoyed watching the new season of Twin Peaks. I am watching for a Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent Cooper. I want him to be restored. I don't know if I'm doing a good job of speaking backwards. So I'll stop.
Welcome to KTnarnia, where I vlog from the middle of nowhere, Alabama.
Hey, y'all.
So you've heard about this show that a lot of people are claiming is the best show on television, but you try to watch an episode and you're just confused. There are a lot of websites and YouTube videos dedicated to helping fans understand the more complex concepts behind Twin Peaks, but today I thought that I'd share with you the super simple stuff. Mostly because I want everyone to watch it. I feel so selfish every time I get to experience something that not a lot of other people are getting to experience due to overwhelm or confusion or intimidation. And I know that I don't get a lot of views on YouTube, but I thought that I'd do something semi-commercial today for my friends and family and anyone else who happens to wander over to this video, because clearly I need to express my obsession or else it will get stuck, and you wouldn't like me when I'm stuck. Twin Peaks is co-created by David Lynch and Mark Frost. They first aired its only 2 seasons in the 90s, and it was supposedly Super Bowl successful back then, but then it fizzled out during the second half of the second season, and wasn't really awesome again until the season 2 finale. I'm doing a lot of things with my hands. Twin Peaks is the name of a fictional town in Washington. It began as a whodunit murder mystery centered around the local high school sweetheart, Laura Palmer, whose body was discovered wrapped in plastic and washed upon the shores of Washington's Wind River. Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent Dale Cooper is assigned to the case with the help of Sheriff Harry S. Truman and his Twin Peaks deputies Andy, the sensitive Opie of the group, and Hawk, the Native American tracker, who is grounded, calm, and wise. The list of suspects includes Laura's disloyal boyfriend, Bobby, Bobby's secret lover's husband, Leo, Laura's own secret lover, James, her obsessive psychiatrist, Dr. Jacoby, and a few more. And as we get to know the interweavings of the local citizens and the mysterious darkness that lurks in the town, the show slowly develops into a psychological thriller. And as we go even deeper, it finally reveals itself as an otherworldly supernatural horror with the introduction of parallel worlds or secret dimensions where there exists a Black Lodge, a White Lodge, evil doppelgangers, and a murderous person named Bob who can inhabit the body of anybody who happens to exhibit any amount of fear or anger in any given situation. Are you paying attention? Pay attention. I feel like I'm going too deep and I've lost you already. It's actually not confusing at all if you just start with season 1, episode 1. But I get it. Not a lot of people have time to binge watch TV, especially what with all the Facebooking and tweets things that people do now these days. Pinterest? I don't know. Season 1 only consists of 8 episodes, but season 2 consists of 22 episodes. And like I said earlier, the second half of season 2 just fell to shambles until the season finale. So my suggestion is that you watch all of season 1 and a few key episodes of season 2. So if you only have time for 3 very important episodes, I'd suggest 1, 7, and 22. If you only have time for 6 episodes, I recommend 1, 2, 6, 7, 9, and 22. And if you have time for 12 episodes, watch 1 through 10 and then skip to the end and watch 21 and 22. But if you get to the end of episode 10, I think you should just continue on to the end of the season if you're enjoying it. But I will say that any scenes involving Donna or James are completely pointless. Donna's the worst, and I really dislike her. But she does redeem herself in Fire Walk with Me, because she's played by a completely different actress who isn't nearly as annoying. Speaking of which, after you're finished watching the first 2 seasons of Twin Peaks, I highly recommend watching the film Fire Walk with Me. The movie was released after the show was canceled and acts as a prequel to the events that took place in seasons 1 and 2 as a means to wrap up loose ends or reveal any unanswered questions. But it doesn't only do that. It actually ramps up the juice of what makes the new 2017 return so amazing! Beyond that, I'd also recommend the book The Secret History of Twin Peaks, which was released in 2016 and written by the co-writer of the show itself, Mark Frost. What's to love about Twin Peaks? The cult favorites from the show are the coffee, the cherry pie, the donuts, Dale's signature thumbs up, and the Twin Peaks Sheriff's Department receptionist Lucy, whose confusion and inability to process simple concepts is somehow endearing and makes her one of the most lovable characters on the show. Actually, there are a whole lot of cult favorites from the show, and I'm just not gonna go into all of them because ain't nobody got time on that. And then there's the symbolism, the metaphors, the clues, the connections. And I wouldn't necessarily say that it's esoteric, but in some subtle ways I can see how it could be seen that way. I mean, I hope that at some point every human has wondered about the invisible, the unknown, and the unanswered qualities of life. Because the show is unlike any other sci-fi or fantasy that attempts to test or play out theories of quantum physics or philosophy, Twin Peaks seems to pull out something more familiar than old concepts like time travel and space wars, something a lot of us as children felt when we were afraid or when we felt something watching us that wasn't there. And Twin Peaks does play around with time, but it also plays around with parallel worlds, space aliens, demon possession, in a way that no show has ever done. And even though all of that sounds pretty scary, what with all the murders and the disturbing things that you'll stumble upon while watching Fire Walk with Me, there's still somehow this very subtle, light-hearted comedic touch to everything. Whether it be in Special Agent Dale Cooper's facial expressions, Dr. Jacoby's monologues, or his character in general. FBI Regional Chief Gordon Cole, played by David Lynch, by the way, who has to yell everything that he says because of his seemingly ineffective hearing aids. Or the lady who receives helpful messages from the log that she carries around everywhere. Or I don't know, a large number of many other things. Now I know I left a lot of things out, like how obsessed I am with Audrey, but hopefully you feel semi-inspired to binge and catch up and watch the show with the rest of us fans. So if you have any free time whatsoever and you have Netflix or some other means, I think you ought to go on and give it a chance. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching, and as always, have yourselves a pleasant morning, day, afternoon, evening, night, forever. Goodbye. Wait a second, before you guys go, will you click or tap this icon over here to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already? You can also click or tap one of these videos if you want to see more of my videos. Also, you can click or tap in the top right corner of your screen. There's a little white circle with an eye in the center of it. It will bring you a drop down of a bunch of videos that I've put together just for you. And if there's a way that we can communicate privately about the new season of Twin Peaks, I would love to have a discussion with you. Thank you so much. Bye!